Up, Astro fam. So I'm gonna finish up the Venus signs just because I've done mostly all of them. And as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm talking about Venus in Libra. So before I get started, I just wanted to promote a project of mine. I do monthly forecasts, and if you're someone that is studying what's going on currently, and you are following where all of the planets are, like now, on a day-by-day basis, I created this to help kind of organize it, because I do that too. So there's a calendar with all of the days where there's a major aspect going on, or if a planet shifts signs indicated, and I also give a detailed, like, predictive description of what one could expect from that energy. And I have like an index and just some general advice that I'm channeling through the stars. So I just finished for February 2018, and I have that posted a bit ahead of time, just in case anyone wants to look at that and kind of plan the month and see what's going on. It definitely helps me organize my life and when I want to do certain things. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link to my website in the description, and it is in the menu under forecasts. So it's $5, and it is just really a love of mine at this point, and I'm trying to make it better every month. So the more people that can tune in and give me feedback, the more I can grow it. So into the main topic of the video, Venus in Libra. Now, immediately, this is something that comes through as maybe a more polyamorous sign, someone that could be pretty flirty, and really is able to maintain multiple important relationships at once. It's not necessarily to say that all of them are like this, obviously, but when you have your Venus in Libra, you're just kind of able to, flirt around and be flexible with people, and you love people so much. And it's very balancing for you to have a lot of different kinds of relationships in your life, whatever they mean to you. You're able to get a lot of harmony and insight, and just kind of like, it's mentally stimulating for you to have all of these different connections going on, and you're pretty good at managing all of them. So it's not to say that like Venus in Libra is necessarily a sign that is more prone to cheating, though perhaps more than others, the air Venuses have more proclivity towards that. But they are probably more honest and open about it, or can be in more open relationships and kind of explore that with their partner, so that there is that kind of a balance, because that's what Libra wants. At the same time, Venus in Libra is interested in sort of life partner energy. So while maybe in the beginning parts of their life, or at various points where they need a bit of freedom, they might really explore having a lot of different connections of all different types and different levels. There's an aspect to many people that have this sign that they really want this lifelong union. That's very Libra, and in essence is to just kind of have this other half. In a way, it's very similar to Gemini with that twin energy, but that can be more of like a best friend kind of a deal. But Libra really wants that other half, that mirror. They really love that. Venus in Libra is someone that's gonna be really uncomfortable. And not necessarily that they can't be totally single and not talking to someone, but if Venus in Libra is single, they're probably talking to somebody. They're probably at least thinking about maybe getting out there one day, or like casually flirting with people over social media, or like something. Like, it's hard for them to be totally separated from a romantic relationship type of energy. In a way, they really need that to feel happy. And something that I like to give advice to for Libra energy in general, though, is that people often forget that we are always in a relationship with ourself, right? So for Venus and Libra, self-love is probably one of the most important things that you could ever cultivate, especially if you feel alone, or you've had dysfunctional relationships, you've just gotten out of one, or even if you're in a committed one. Libras often lose themselves in other people, in observing their actions, their behaviors, their thought patterns, the things that they like, and they're very committed to making somebody else feel really good and to be there for them, and they forget to take care of themselves often. So I think that, especially for Venus and Libra, it's really important for you to recognize that you are in a relationship with yourself, or perhaps even God or spirit, or however your personal religion defines like a more divine energy for you. You're also in a relationship with that. You're in a relationship with the earth, and with your friends, and with any animals that maybe you take care of, with your coworkers. Like, on a very metaphysical relationship, you're in a relationship with everything. So while that might be kind of like a bigger picture kind of a deal, and maybe it's not super practical, that's just something to remember when you feel disconnected. You can attach yourself to anything, because the word relationship, it's what it really is the energy of you relating to something else and connecting with something else. And you don't always have to do that with other human beings, though obviously through that specific connection there is a certain level of depth and romance and all of that. But I think we really are missing out when we don't try to be creative about it and do that with other things. Venus in Libra is somebody that is really pretty open-minded and very accepting of other people. Most of the air Venuses are like this. They're very kind, kind of humanitarian, able to really see everybody's angle and accept all people from all walks of life. They are really good about equality too, especially Venus and Libra. Like, they're going to love the underdog. They're going to love the LGBT community and people of all races and disabilities and stuff like that, and really want to be supportive and caring. And it's a really beautiful energy for them that they're able to be like that. And they just recognize that the life isn't really fair, and they don't want to kick people that are already down. And they're just going to want to be just about it. And they want to feel good in the actions that they're taking and feel like they're doing a good job for the world, especially socially. So they know that the impact that they have just by being in communication with other people. So they're very careful about the words that they choose, and they are typically very open-minded. Which is a really cool thing about this sign. They also are really into beauty and aesthetics. This is sort of similar to Leo and Venus, but not quite. It could also be similar to Venus and Taurus, but especially with Venus and Libra, you really are attracted to people that have a certain aesthetic beauty about them, that maybe seem like a painting, that are conventionally attractive, or at least attractive to you, that give off a very beautiful, alluring, graceful, peaceful vibe. Like, you really are interested in the energy that these people put off in a way that's a bit different from everyone else. It's like you view other people as works of art. that you want to admire. You are someone that could stare endlessly into your partner's eyes and just get so much satisfaction by how beautiful they are, whereas maybe in other Venus signs it's not as important to you. But also because Libra's an air sign, you are attracted to people that are pretty good at holding a conversation. You're not going to be attracted to people that are socially awkward or that really don't know how to talk to people, or are kind of clumsy, or kind of goofy. Like, you need someone that's kind of got a certain elegance to them and a way about themselves where they know how to hold themselves and really how to talk and have a good grasp of language. That is pretty important to you, and it's very attractive to you. And similarly, you are really interested in the other person's mind and intellect, and that has a lot to do with the way that they communicate anyway. So you're going to pay a lot of attention to the other person's mental energies, as well as perhaps like their visual appearance and stuff like that. And you're definitely going to be attracted to someone that has similar views in terms of like humanitarian values and stuff like that. While Libra's really good at taking everybody's side, I think Venus in Libra definitely doesn't want to be constantly arguing with their partner, because they want to create a little bit more peace and harmony. So someone that's maybe like has a lot of anger or differing opinions than you, or likes to bicker and go back and forth about opinions, is not someone that you would want to be with for a really long time, because you could probably sense that that'll cause problems down the road. And you really want your relationships to be as harmonic as possible. But at the same time, it's not like you're afraid of a relationship that challenges you, because Venus in Libra recognizes that relationships are something that balance you out. So they could oftentimes be, or like your partner could have attributes that are on the opposite side of a spectrum as you, and it serves to create kind of a compromise energy where you're able to grow more as a person. The Venus air signs, again, are really people that find a lot of love, joy, and happiness in humanity and being a social species and just connecting with other people. So it's really important for you to be social and everything and really get out there. It would probably be rare that you don't have an ability to just magnetize people into your life and really be able to talk to anybody and have people fall for you. If you happen to be particularly shy or whatever has to do with the rest of your chart, just really channel this and get out there and make some connections. The internet's always really helpful, even though in physical social interactions have more complexity and depth to them. There are many avenues for you to do that. If you're feeling depressed or anxious, you know, it's always good to talk to someone if you have Venus in Libra. So I've talked for a bit of time now. I think that that's a pretty good general overview of this sign. As always, if you have this sign or know someone or have an experience with being in a relationship with someone that has this sign, please comment, share your experience, tell me anything I've missed or anything that hits home. And it's just easier for people researching this to also read through and see what other people have gone through. So I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'll be back with some more Venus signs soon. Peace.